Americans are experiencing unprecedented levels of frustration with the current state of the U.S. economy, and there are compelling reasons behind their anger. Let's dive deep into the 20 most significant factors fueling this widespread discontent. First and foremost, the cost of housing has reached astronomical levels. The average home price has skyrocketed, making the American dream of homeownership increasingly unattainable for many. In major cities, people are spending over 50% of their income on rent alone, creating a perpetual cycle of financial strain. This housing crisis isn't just affecting low-income families. Middle-class Americans are finding themselves priced out of neighborhoods they grew up in. The second major concern is inflation's persistent impact on everyday life. While official statistics might show moderate increases, Americans are experiencing much higher price hikes in their daily purchases. The cost of groceries in particular has become a significant source of stress. Items that used to cost a few dollars now require careful budgeting, and families are forced to make difficult choices about their food purchases. Third, wage stagnation continues to plague workers across various sectors. Despite companies reporting record profits, employee compensation hasn't kept pace with productivity growth or inflation. This disparity between corporate success and worker compensation has created a sense of exploitation and unfairness. The fourth reason stems from the rising cost of healthcare. Medical bills remain the leading cause of bankruptcy in America, and many citizens are forced to choose between seeking medical treatment and maintaining financial stability. Even those with insurance face high deductibles and co-pays that can quickly drain their savings. Fifth, the student loan crisis has created a generation of Americans burdened with unprecedented debt. Young professionals are entering the workforce with massive financial obligations that delay major life milestones like marriage, homeownership, and starting families. The total student loan debt has exceeded $7 trillion, creating a drag on economic growth and consumer spending. The sixth factor is the widening wealth gap. While the stock market has reached record highs, the benefits primarily accrue to the wealthy, with the bottom 50% of Americans owning less than 1% of the market's value. This disparity has created two distinct economic realities within the same country. Seventh, job insecurity has become a constant concern. The rise of automation, artificial intelligence, and outsourcing has left many workers worried about their future employment prospects. The gig economy, while providing flexibility, often lacks basic benefits and job security. The eighth reason is the increasing cost of childcare. Many families find themselves in a situation where one parent's entire salary goes toward childcare expenses, making it economically unfeasible for both parents to work. This creates a catch-22 situation where families need two incomes but can't afford the childcare necessary to maintain dual careers. Ninth, retirement savings are inadequate for many Americans. The shift from pension plans to 401ks has transferred the risk of retirement planning to individuals, many of whom lack the financial literacy or resources to save adequately. Social Security's uncertain future adds another layer of anxiety. The 10th factor is the rising cost of transportation. Car prices have surged, with both new and used vehicles becoming increasingly expensive. Combined with high fuel costs and maintenance expenses, transportation has become a significant burden on household budgets. The 11th reason is the deteriorating infrastructure. Americans are frustrated by crumbling roads, bridges, and public transportation systems that affect their daily lives and economic opportunities. Despite promises of improvement, visible progress remains limited. 12th, The tax system's perceived unfairness angers many Americans. Reports of wealthy individuals and corporations paying little to no taxes while working families struggle with their tax burden have created resentment and calls for reform. The 13th factor is the cost of insurance across all categories. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, premiums continue to rise while coverage often decreases, creating additional financial strain on households. 14th, the increasing cost of utilities has become a significant concern. Energy bills, water rates, and internet services consume an ever larger portion of monthly budgets, with limited options for reducing these essential expenses. The 15th reason is the disappearance of small businesses from local communities. As large corporations dominate the marketplace, many Americans mourn the loss of local establishments and the economic diversity they provided. 16th, the burden of caring for aging parents has created additional financial stress for many Americans. The high cost of long-term care and inadequate support systems force many to choose between their own financial security and their parents' well-being. The 17th factor is the rising cost of education at all levels. Even before college, parents face significant expenses for their children's education, from school supplies to extracurricular activities necessary for college applications. 18th, the lack of affordable mental health care has become a critical issue. As mental health challenges increase, many Americans cannot access or afford the care they need, affecting both their personal well-being and economic productivity. The 19th reason is the growing burden of credit card debt. High interest rates and easy credit availability have trapped many Americans in cycles of debt that seem impossible to escape. Finally, the 20th factor is the increasing cost of maintaining a middle-class lifestyle. What was once considered a modest, comfortable life now requires significantly more resources, leading many to feel they're falling behind despite working harder than ever. These 20 factors have created a perfect storm of economic anxiety and anger among Americans. The frustration isn't just about individual issues, but about a system that many feel is fundamentally broken and no longer serves the interests of ordinary citizens. The anger is amplified by the perception that these problems are well known to policymakers but remain unaddressed or inadequately handled. The situation calls for comprehensive reforms and policy changes, but the political gridlock and competing interests make solutions seem distant. Meanwhile, Americans continue to struggle with these daily economic challenges, feeling increasingly disconnected from the American dream their parents and grandparents pursued. This widespread economic discontent has profound implications for social stability, political choices, and the future direction of the nation.